and call to pray. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Wash our mouth 3 times. And washing our face 3 times. Okay, welcome to Istiqlal. The name of this mosque is Istiqlal Mosque, and the meaning is independent.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sahabat jalan pesiran, salam sejahtera. Semoga kita semua dalam keadaan sehat walafiat serta bahagia. Pernahkah sahabat jalan pesiran membayangkan sebuah masjid yang begitu megah, menjadi simbol persatuan sebuah bangsa dan menjadi daya tarik bagi wisatawan dari seluruh dunia? Mari kita jelajahi keindahan dan sejarah Masjid Istiqlal, masjid terbesar di Asia Tenggara yang terletak di jantung kota Jakarta. Masjid Istiqlal bukanlah sekedar bangunan ibadah. Dibangun sebagai simbol kemerdekaan Indonesia. Pembangunannya dimulai pada tahun 1961 dan rampung pada tahun 1978. Nama Istiqlal sendiri berasal dari bahasa Arab yang berarti kemerdekaan. Masjid ini dirancang dengan arsitektur yang unik, menggabungkan unsur modern dan tradisional, menjadikannya sebuah mahakarya yang patut diacungi jempol. Keindahan arsitektur Masjid Istiqlal membuat siapapun yang berkunjung akan terpukau. Masjid ini tidak hanya menjadi tempat ibadah, tetapi juga menjadi sebuah galeri seni Islam yang luar biasa. Yang menarik, Masjid Istiqlal tidak hanya menjadi pusat ibadah bagi umat Islam, tetapi juga menjadi destinasi wisata yang populer. Setiap tahun ribuan wisatawan asing mengunjungi masjid ini. Mereka datang dari berbagai negara dan latar belakang agama yang berbeda. Kehadiran mereka membuktikan bahwa Masjid Istiqlal tidak hanya menjadi simbol persatuan umat Islam di Indonesia, tetapi juga menjadi contoh nyata toleransi antar umat beragama.
Okay, everyone, we start from this point. This is ablution area because all Muslim people, we have to take ablution before praying, like washing our hand, our face, our ear, our nose, and our hand, our leg. And this is for men area. For we have 2 spots. This is for men and for women over there. If do you want to see how to take ablution? Yes, I will show you. Come on. This way, come on. Come on. Like this. Jadi someone doing subscribe. Follow me. Come on.
You should take off myself.
Yes. Okay, come on. The first time we have to washing our hand like this. Come on. 3 times. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And wash our mouth 3 times. And washing our face 3 times. And our hand, like this, yes. 3 times. Okay. And we have to wash our ear, like this, yes. Yes. And the last, wash our feet. Start from the right side. Yes. Start always from the right side. Okay. 3 times. And left side. Okay. Okay, finish. And we go to the main room for praying. Come on. Okay, please follow me. Okay, everyone, and we start from the second floor. So we go to the second floor. Please follow me to the second floor. Ibu dari mana, Bu?
Saya Belanda, Pak.
Oh, Ibu tinggal di Belanda.
Ya, saya dengan suami saya orang Belanda.
I'd like to explain a little about this mosque for about 5 minutes, and after that you can take photo. Okay, just 5 minutes. Okay, welcome to Istiqlal. The name of this mosque is Istiqlal Mosque. That is in Arabic, and the meaning is independent, freedom of independence. This mosque was built in 1961 and finished in 1978. 17 years to build this mosque, and this mosque is the largest mosque in Southeast Asia and number 3 in the world after Masjidil Haram in Mecca in Saudi Arabia. That is the biggest and the largest in the world. Second one in Medina. Medina is a city near from Mecca, still in Saudi Arabia, and there is also one big mosque in Medina, namely Nabawi Mosque. And Istiqlal here is the 3rd in the world, but just in capacity, not size of building, because for the size of building, I think there is a bigger than this mosque. This mosque is the 3rd in the world in capacity, because this mosque can accommodate for about 200,000 people when they come at the same time and praying together here, especially on Idul Fitr and Idul Adha. This mosque was full of people just 2 times in a year, just in our big celebration, because so many Muslim people, they want praying together here. And it was full of people from the 1st floor until 5 floors, because we have 5 floors. And we use also the big terrace outside. We have a big terrace. I will show you later. So 200,000 people means 100,000 people inside and 100,000 people outside in the big terrace. And then in this mosque have many symbols or philosophicals, like the big dome. Actually, there are 2 domes. This is a big one and the little one outside. You can see from outside later. The diameter of this big dome is 45 meters. This is the symbol of the years of Indonesian Independence Day 1945. And for the second dome, the little one outside, the diameter of the second dome is 8 meters. This is the symbol of the month, August, because Indonesia was independent in 17 August 1945. And for the number 17, for the date of our independence, in the top of this big dome, we can see from outside, there is a pipe with highest 17 meters. 17 August 1945 is Indonesian Independence Day. Yeah. And then in this mosque have 12 columns. The big column, the big pillar here are 12. This is the symbol of the birthday of our Prophet Muhammad in 12, Rabiul Awal. That is in Islamic calendar. And then we have 5 floors. This mosque have 5 floors, and the number of 5 represent the 5 pillars in Islam. The first one, as a Muslim, we have to say Shahada. Shahada means declaration of our faith or testimony of our faith. That all Muslim people, we have to say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is a messenger of Allah. That is Shahada. All Muslim people, we have to say that, and we keep it always in our heart, in our mind forever. Second one, we have to pray 5 times a day. The third one, we have to fasting in Ramadan 1 month. And the fourth, we have to give some donation or charity to the other people, and we call that Zakat. And the last one, as a Muslim, we have to go to Mecca at least 1 time in our life for Hajj. These are 5 pillars in Islam. And then the red carpet. The red carpet here, this is the main hall for pray. The right side for man and the left side for woman. We are always separate when pray to keep each other contact because we are not allowed to touch each other, man and woman, when praying. So that's why there is a line for separate. The left side here always for woman. And then this is direction to Mecca because all Muslim people we have to facing to Mecca when praying. And Mecca is the west from Indonesia. Thank you so much. Please, if you want to take photo, please. And after here, we have to spot more and always follow me. Okay? Try to take one picture from this corner. This is the best spot, the best angle for photo, please. Oke, satu kali lagi, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone, this is Indonesian traditional drum, and we call this bedu. Yeah, the name of this drum is bedu, and we use this drum, we use this bedu actually long time ago, many years ago, before we have a speaker, before there was any loudspeaker, even electricity. We use this like a marker call to pray, to call people, like an alarm to remind the time for pray, and we play like this. I will show you. Actually, there is a stick in this in here, and we hit this by stick, not by hand. This is just sample by my hand, just for the sample, like this. And call to pray. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. That is called to pray. And we call this singing azan. 5 times a day for azan, because we have to also 5 times praying per day. But for the drum, we use it not anymore because we have a speaker now, which changes with the new modern sound inside. And this is originally Indonesian culture, not in Islam, not in religion. So you can find this drum only in Indonesia. You cannot find this thing in the other mosque, in the other Muslim country. Only in Indonesia. You have to take one picture here. Please take one photo. And after here, we have one spot more. Yeah, for the material of this drum, for the cover, it's made from cow skin or cow leather. And it's made from one piece of big tree, one trunk. This is one wood. The wooden name is the red maranti from Kalimantan, Borneo. And it was 300 years old for the wooden. But for the drum, this drum was made when this was built for about 1970. Yes, or yeah, 1970. Please take one picture. Yeah, here please. Stay here please. Yeah, as I said before that we have a big terrace. We call this place the big terrace or the giant terrace, this one and that one. And we use also this place for pray, but actually we use this place just in our big celebration, Idol Pit and Idol Art. So we use this just 2 times in a year. And when we are praying in here, we are standing in this line and always facing to Mecca. This is direction to Mecca. because the architect was create this line, this pattern for easier to facing Mecca. And look at the square here, one square here for one person, one square for one person. Because we use a little mat, we use the single praying mat, we call that sajadah. So one square for one sajadah, and we put in this square, and we are praying together here. And we bring itself the sajadah for praying here. And one more thing, there is Jakarta Cathedral over there, the Catholic Church, and so close with this mosque, because this is a symbol of harmony in religion. The government, our first president, Mr. Sukarno, was built this mosque just closer to the cathedral because we want to show that between Islam, Christian, and the other religion, we are always living togetherness. We are never conflict. We have no gap, and we are always open each other. As we know, in Indonesia there are 6 religions: Islam, Catholic, Protestant, Hindu, Buddha, and Confucius. And we are always live in peace. And this is the symbol of peace, each other, like this. Okay? Thank you for coming. We are finished in this spot, but before back to my office, this is also the best angle, the best spot for taking a picture. Please take one picture more before back. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.